Welcome, Virgo, to your October Astrodice reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on with you. Got some things going on. We got Halloween. We just went through the fall equinox. We just went through eclipse season. Got a lot of things going on over here. Okay, guys, so we'll have the 1010 portal that will open, which will give everybody a new, fresh, new feeling and way to leap and jump. Okay, so do love that. That's going to make you feel like you're in this fresh, new place. Yeah, I like that. And then, of course, we have the Hunter's Moon on October 6th. Wow. So, yeah. So, of course, watch for that too. This will be a great supermoon coming out. This is going to be the closest full moon to the Earth that will appear super large and bright, guys, right? So this is going to allow you to harvest what it is you've been putting out there. So think about it. You were out there putting out all this great energy during Leo season, during, that eclipse season. So just think of it this time. Now it's time to harvest what we put out. So if you haven't gotten certain things from your smaller manifestations, you could be getting ready to harvest the big stuff now. So I love that. So watch for that. We'll be getting that reading out pretty soon. Okay, let's get in here. And those of you who are new, this is where we take a tarot with astrology and make a small horoscope for the month using only one of the 12 houses. And if you guys like this, hit that big old like button. Let's go. Ooh. Going straight to the 7th house. Let's see. There we go. 7th house. Got some Pluto energy. Probably right there. Ooh, with some Aries energy as well. This new mat is not sitting down very well. So I'm going to actually put it up here. It's not sitting down. Still kind of stiff. So that's okay. Okay, guys, let's get in here. We have Pluto coming out. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and rebirth. So there's that rebirth. I'm going to move these back just a little bit. Okay. And going straight into Aries. That Aries energy coming through. The energy around you is dynamic, spontaneous, crusading, impulsive action is likely to occur. So getting in there and feeling that impulsive energy. It's going to keep you far beyond driven over here, my friends. I'm going straight into the 7th house. 7th house is the area of your life that's about long-term, significant partners, romance, business, or family. Okay. 7th house is also talking about what? Business and romantic relationships, how you interact with people. Okay. Those interactions. So let's get in here. So having some kind of a transformation that's going to keep you crusading and keep you going strong when it comes to your 7th house. Dealing with business partners, loved ones, maybe all of the above. So getting straight to the situation. The situation is taking place in the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Pluto is talking about taking the transformation and seeking personal closure, taking shortcuts and delays. You don't want to have anything that's left open. So it's saying, is there some kind of tie that needs to be broken at this time so that you can move on within the situation? Under the Aries, it says betrayal. There's some kind of betrayal, deception. Somebody's trying to get away with something. You know that they're trying to get away with something in the beginning of the month. And it just feels like, but you haven't cut the ties to the situation. Why, right? 7th house. saying you are a visionary, seeing the bigger picture to this situation and overcoming the challenges. So whatever's going on, whether this is a, romance, business, or your family members, it is literally saying that you're watching them do this, but you have not cut the ties just yet. It's like you're still trying to get finalized about how you're going to take control over this situation. Is it worth saving or is it not worth saving? But no matter what, it needs to transform. Something needs to change. So how is it going to change? Okay. So definitely needing to look at that on how they're going to change that situation around. Okay. Might need some kind of a special attention when it comes to this situation. We're going to look at the tea over here. What's the gossip? Beginning of the month. Show us what's going on. Two-faced. Someone says one thing and does another. It's a betrayal behind kindness. So we're seeing that someone is definitely, trying to, is saying one thing and then doing something else. That's kind of crazy because the next card you had coming out over here was the Six of Pentacles, which is definitely the same card, especially in reverse. It's showing the two-faced, the give and receive. I say one thing, breadcrumbing, right? Pretending to be loyal. So I don't think it's so much that maybe they're not. Oh, it's going to, well, let's put it this way, guys. It's going to be different for everybody because there's so many of you. So take what resonates and what's not. But I will tell you one thing. Whether they're pretending to be loyal to you, you don't feel that loyalty. No matter what. Whether they're really 100% knowing that they're betraying you in a very, we're just going to say very evil way, right? Trying to trick you. Or are they just saying one thing and then turning around and doing another thing? Or not doing something at all. Like fence setting, for instance. I'm going to tell you I'm going to go mow the lawn, and then I never did mow the lawn. Or did they actually tell you they mowed the lawn, and then you come over to the house and you realize that they didn't mow the lawn? Do you see what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you're wasting no time on trying to figure out what you're going to do about the situation at the beginning of the month. You're being guided with wisdom to figure this out. So you definitely are looking at the bigger picture when it comes to this situation. Wow, that's crazy. I just said what was it? Situationship. I just see, there it is. Yeah, when it comes to the situationship, all that is unclear boundaries, mixed signals. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know where we're standing in this situation. Are we friends? Are we lovers? Are we, are you still going to act like my sister? Or are you going to act like somebody I don't even know? So whatever it is, it's becoming a situationship. So there is definitely something that you're definitely impulsively looking at in the beginning of the month where you're saying enough is enough. And you're making deadlines. You're making calls. You're looking at things from a bigger point of view to get this handled. I just feel like for a lot of you just didn't know what to say yet. I keep catching you, but I don't know. I haven't figured out what exactly to say yet. It's almost like, oops, then I said it. Whoops. I said it. Right. But for some of you, it was almost kind of like it wasn't really a whoops, though. It needs to be said. I think the whoops more than anything for some of you is more like I don't want to have a whoops where it's 100%. I say the wrong thing because I'm mad or I'm upset about the situation. I'm trying to, guide this in the right direction without having a big blowout, perhaps. Getting straight into the mid-month. personal goals, inner alignment. So definitely having this change in this Pluto coming in, that's definitely giving you this inner alignment for yourself. You're not sure exactly how this is going to play out when it comes to certain situations. When it comes to 7th house, there's a lot of self-limiting beliefs when it comes to this situation. A lot of you, this is a love situation. We have the Lovers. It doesn't have to be, though, but it's also about detaching yourself from this conflict. Could be not wanting to put yourself back into a place of bad choice or indecision. I do feel like for a lot of you, you're coming to this conclusion that, you know what, I'm not gonna jump into things so soon when it comes to this situation. I'm not gonna ignore it though either. I'm not gonna ignore this situation. I'm not gonna pretend like I didn't see it. But I'm definitely moving past this. How are you moving past this? I actually want a tarot card on this one, please. So a lot of the things that are going on around you, you just feel like there's a lot of things, but you're really booked. It feels like you're really busy when it comes to like career, and you're doing other things. So this right here just becomes, now within the mid-month, whether you fix it or not, everybody's story is different. It's more about how it's annoying you. Yeah, see, I'm cold shouldering this situation, and I'm feeling, you might even be feeling a little bitter about this situation. Okay. So suffering again. Suffering on top of the suffering. Well, because it hurt. You expected this commitment to go through. You're expecting them to conform to the situations. Maybe you're expecting them to, listen. Maybe they're expecting them to act like an adult. There's so many different reasons why we're not doing what we're doing, but you expected them to be mindful of what was going on with the situation. I feel like they're not. So you are definitely bitter about the situation, cold shouldering the situation, ghosting them. They may be playing victim with the 8 of Swords. They could also be taking this to a different level, where it's almost like you may have to say something. You're speaking. There's a lot of speaking here when it comes to Swords. So you could be speaking your mind. You may be speaking up, but they may be playing victim and taking this to a whole different level, in which now it's kind of hurting you because they're not being forthcoming with the truth. That's what it is. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, it's almost like they're going to stay away from what was true. Or in their head, they didn't see it that way. That's the Devil card coming out. Nurturing toxic lies. Nurturing toxicity, that's all it is. Nurturing themselves towards their own toxic behavior. So it's pretty much like they're justifying why you're being two-faced to you. Oh my goodness. Hold on, guys, I have to take off my jacket. It's getting too warm in here. Okay, there we go. So they're justifying why this is going down. For some of you, it's a divorce. And it's kind of crazy because I also kind of feel like you may even feel like you need to, if they want to justify the toxicity to why it's okay for them to do whatever they're doing, then it almost feels like you want to turn around, but you're going to ghost them right now because you want them to understand. I told you want them to understand the truth. They're trying to justify the truth. You're ignoring them because you know the truth, and you know that that is not the truth. And you wanted them to see what the truth was. Yeah, I did that over there, but you might even feel that people around you who are involved in the situation, mom, dad, a boss, wherever you are, you might even feel like they're a little unreliable too, because it almost feels like if this is going on around you, like, and people know about this situation, especially if it's on the outskirts, like at work, then it could definitely feel like, where's the boss in this situation? because there's definitely a shakeup over here. But it does feel like you may have to take some risky moves in the end. But right now, it just feels like in the mid-month, like I said, you're going to stay to yourself. Virgo, that's just because you're going to go inside more than anything. Balance out your own stuff. Look for the star. Become the hermit. Go into hermit mode. You know, you're always going inside to get wise, right? To find the wiser choices. This way, whatever was hidden will be able to come to light to you. Right? If you missed something, if you felt like maybe I didn't say it right, or this is what I'm supposed to say, or I'm not sure exactly how to say it yet, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to, figure it out. Getting straight to the end of the month, you do have the Empress. There it is, you're getting wise. The only reason was because you were in hermit mode. That's why you're ghosting. You're literally taking yourself into that hermit mode. You're a Mercury sign. Mercury loves doing that. Gemini does that too when it comes to air signs. Go within and look at the bigger pictures, right? That's a Mercury trait before speaking. It's like that. Going in, seeing what's going on so that we can speak wisely about the situation. Magician, actions, creation, manifestation. Oh, yeah. If you guys have kids and this is a marriage, or if this has something to do with children, I'm getting off of, if you have something that has to do with kids and this has to do with marriage, somebody might be trying to play good parent versus bad parent to the children at the end of the month when it comes to this situation. Good guy versus bad guy. Even if it's at work, it could even be the good guy versus bad guy, because I'm getting good guy versus bad guy off this situation. Yeah. Trying to play two roles. Trying to throw someone under the bus. Trying to make somebody else trying to make you look bad. It's also about time management and adapting to these new situations with these new decisions. Regretting what was going on within the situation, but knowing the truth within the situation. When you have the High Priestess saying you're in High Priestess mode, you already have the understanding and the knowledge of what's really going on. Yeah, they're trying to throw you under the bus when it comes to this situation because they're not listening. They're not doing what they want to do. Now they're just trying to tell you this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter how heavy or how hard it is to throw you under the bus. They could literally just throw you under the bus just by saying, well, you said that you were going to photocopy that, and you said you did it perfect and you didn't, and that just makes you look bad. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's just at work, right? It doesn't even have to be anything super terrible. It just is enough just to catch somebody else's attention to make them look at you side-eyed. So they're making someone look at you side-eyed. That's all. Absolutely, but you're just going to sit in your quiet power. You're just like, you know what? Screw you. Okay, because this is manipulation and misuse of power. Look, you're the one that was two-faced to me to begin with. I was cool and I was letting it slide because I knew you were betraying me. It's almost like as soon as you come out of the situation, you start ghosting them or not paying attention to them or speak your truth, whichever one it's going to be. My friends, you guys, they know you're a little bitter about the situation because they keep lying to you. So now they're going to try to throw you under the bus at the end of the month. Try to get everybody else to look at you in a poor matter, Trying to cause some kind of family upsetness, some kind of job upsetness, whatever it is, it's bringing other people into, it could even be friendship if you know it's a friendship. Because remember, it's the 7th house, so that's romantic, business, family. Okay, but whatever it is, it's bringing the other people into the situation to side-eye you. These are the people that they're like, oh my God, why would you do that, Virgo? And you're like, I didn't do that. They're just fucking pissy because I called them out on their shit. So now they're trying to manipulate the situation or bring something up that's to make them look better. no matter what the situation is, you have to always think of it this way. If you're throwing someone under the bus, it's always to make yourself look better, or it's some kind of revenge, or you know what I mean? However, so if you want to say it was revenge, it's revenge. Because they're trying to shake up everybody else's perspective of you. It's not going to work, though. I mean, how is everybody else going to see this? I mean, you're just sitting in your quiet power. You're like, whatever. Look at you. You're over here like blowing bubbles. You're like, yeah, okay. I mean, that's a great, I mean, it says you're sitting in your inner quiet, sitting within your truth. You have your emotions under control. They want to be over here and be manipulative. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. You guys could be dealing with an air sign. Okay, you're just reconnecting with your joy. You are just like, whatever. Yeah, because they're clickbaiting. I love that. They're misleading. They're misleading everybody. Okay, with exaggerated truths. And you're just like, yeah. Keep thinking that way. You know, it's kind of crazy because it's almost like keep thinking that way because it doesn't matter because the truth is going to come out anyways. And it's almost like you already know that. It can't last long because the truth's really going to come out. Okay. Love it. Okay, guys. So let's get a card from Spirit for the overall message. End this out. Spirit message. It doesn't matter what it's on. Just give them some, some encouragement, blessings, all the great stuff. Visualize abundance in all forms. Okay? It says, God gave you such spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold steady a vision that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings. And that is what you will experience. Ain't that the truth? And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.